Let's talk about Elon Musk. I know that our viewers have a lot to say about this. Pretty polarizing. So he is now the proud owner of Twitter. And last night, he closed the $44 billion deal to buy the social media site, changing his Twitter headline to read, Chief Twit, saying, "The bird is freed." And this morning, he tweeted, "Let the good times roll." One of his first moves was to reportedly fire a bunch of top executives at the site, including the woman responsible for banning former President Trump. He also tweeted this message to advertisers on the site, telling them Twitter cannot become a free-for-all hellscape, and said the platform must be warm and welcoming to all. So here's the question, though. How does someone like Musk, who calls himself a free speech absolutist, make Twitter warm and welcoming to all? Tori, those seem contradictory.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens, and I don't want to jump to the fact that a lot of people see Elon Musk as like Dr. Evil or a James Bond spy. He comes from an emerald mining empire from South Africa, and he's created all these kind of big moments, but he's also a visionary. And there's a sense that Twitter, to me, already is a bit of a dumpster fire right now. I don't love Twitter. It gives me a lot of anxiety. The interface is all over the place. So what I think he's going to do, and I've read this about him, is curate Twitter. So it's a choose your own adventure for the user. If you click free speech, you get everything. Kanye West was just put back on today on Twitter from Elon. You get to see it all. If you say, I don't want that, you click a different thing and you get a more curated view of what you'd rather see. Now, the problem with this is it's just an echo chamber, and you're just going to get more and more entrenched in your own views if you pick that. So I think he's a visionary. I think he's also a little bit loony, and I'm not quite sure where he's going to go. But Twitter, to me, can't get much worse at this point.
I feel the same way. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter in years. Wow. That's quite the reaction. Still not coming to Halloween party.
Okay. Like, yay!
No, yeah, I haven't been on Twitter in years because it's repulsive, right? People on there are repulsive, and I don't think it could go anywhere but up from here, right? It's time to start painting over to spray paint, start building back up the neighborhood, and I think Elon Musk might be the guy to do it. A lot of people don't like it just because wherever he stands on whatever issues, you can't get much worse than it is. And if I end up getting back on Twitter, it might be because of this, or I might just stay off for good.
Right. Do you think, though, Al, that somehow you can make Twitter one of emboldening free speech but still making it warm and friendly? Is there some sort of magic formula that previous Twitter was not able to enact?
I don't think so, because I think when people say free speech, they mean the freedom to say something offensive to you. No one's saying I want free speech because I want to talk to people about volunteering on the weekends.
Right. Yeah, it's about speech you don't like.
Free speech is about, okay, I can say whatever I want. Okay, Jeff, here it goes. And that's what it's for. So let's be honest when we talk about free speech. No one's ever using free speech in a positive way. Because if you're saying positive things like, hey, we need to get more money to our schools and we need to think more about our inner selves, that's, yeah, you can say that. When the people lean on free speech when they're saying something totally offensive and they're like, I'm allowed to say it, bro. Look at the rules. So I think the question is, Sam, when is Trump coming back? Because I think that'll be before lunch.
Yeah, that could be true. You know, we are monitoring like what pages are becoming active yet again. Alex Jones, is he? Trump? I'm concerned about this, not because of Elon Musk. I'm more concerned because I want there to be regulation, and I know that's a slippery slope. I totally agree with that.
But he wants to. He wants to regulate it in some
He wants to regulate it, he said, according to the law, which is great. I kind of see things a step further than that, and I get it. It's an unpopular opinion. A lot of people will give me flack for it, but I don't like all the disinformation. I don't like the political extremism. It leads to violence. In fact, our next story is going to play into that, allegedly. So I want there to be a lot more regulation. I feel like Twitter's the wild, wild west, and we need to rein it in. We'll see if he can do that.
He fired the top executives already over there, so he's cleaning house.
With big parachute packages, though.
Huge, millions.
Hey.
Yeah.
They all, yeah.
So what I alluded to is actually quite terrifying. There was an attack at Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi's home in San Francisco late last night. The assailant reportedly attacked her husband, Paul Pelosi, with a hammer and was yelling, quote unquote, "Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy?" Mr. Pelosi was taken to the hospital and, according to a spokesperson, is expected to make a full recovery. Nancy was in D.C. at the time. The suspect, a 42-year-old man, is in custody and is expected to be charged with attempted homicide. Now, we have confirmed that he right now is undergoing brain surgery.
Correct. Yeah, he's in brain surgery.
Is this an example of political extremism gone awry? Allegedly.
Yes, 1,000% yes. Where have we heard that before? Nancy. Where's Nancy?
That's what I was thinking, January 6th.
January 6th, we heard that. And I'm not saying this man, I don't know anything about them, but the where's Nancy, I'm coming for you. I'm a citizen that can get in your house and hammer to death, it seems like he was attempting, your husband, is a direct link to a sense of emboldened violence. That is mixed with a political extremism. That's cause for anarchy. Remember Kavanaugh? We had people outside Brett Kavanaugh's house that they were really worried about with Roe v. Wade, and you want to protect that. Now that someone's actually
Gretchen
been hit
Whitmer in Wisconsin,
in Michigan, going to be kidnapped. They're still looking at people for being kidnapped. The emboldenedness of people to say, I don't like it, therefore I'm going to bash in the windows with an American flag and yell for Nancy, 1,000% comes from that, in my opinion. 1,000%.
Jeff, is this weird to you?
No, yeah, it's weird. Of course,
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, it's sad because that's why
I'm against all. Like, it's disgusting when people attack our Capitol. It's disgusting when people wait outside court justice's house. It's disgusting when someone thinks they could go in an 82-year-old man's house and bash their head in because of whatever views that they have. It's disgusting. There needs to be laws against it. I mean, this is breaking, entering, and attempted homicide, so that's going to take care of itself. But the whole picketing in front of somebody's house on a Tuesday, go get a job. Right. You're not helping out the situation by gluing your face to a painting. You're not helping anybody, okay? These extremists need to be stopped. There needs to be more laws and regulation. And this is for Americans, not for Democrats or Republicans.
No sides.
For
No
Americans.
sides. I agree with you.
I completely
bipartisan.
Yep.